Welcome to Baba Logic. Today, I am an avatar in Second Life, and I am in Pamela Cliff's office, and she's with Roadside Philosophers, and this is my avatar. So I am going to sit down here and interview Pam, and just ask her a few questions about herself, and hopefully. If you have any questions, you can go to her website and then ask her some more questions. She's a instructor on in Second Life. Hello, Pam.
Hello, Baba Logic.
This is Pam, and then this is her office. We'll take a little tour. There we go. Yeah.
We're underwater, so hold your breath.
Okay. Pam, tell me a little bit about what you do here in Second Life.
I have several different professions in here. I do building and construction. I do virtual relationship counseling. I am the founder and facilitator for computer-mediated communication for the Roadside Philosophers. We're the very first generation that has virtual worlds to use as a metaphor in our search for truth. So consequently, we can talk about what our perceptions are in the virtual world, and because of my 4 years now of being in Second Life and talking to the people around the world, I have managed to create a psychological understanding of perceptions I call a state of being class, which tells people from what vantage point they assimilate the pixels into their existence and how they react and how to discern as to what someone is in. I work here at Rockcliffe University. I teach my little classes, and I am married in Second Life and have been for 2 years. And I have married in real as well for something like 37 years. So, consequently, there is a lot of confusion about where the places and draw the lines are for reality and virtual world. Outside of that, I pretty much spend a good portion of my time answering questions. What can I answer for you?
Well, let's talk to our audience for a minute, and let's find out. Get this clear: you're married in real life to a husband for 37 years, and in Second Life, you're married to another avatar. Is that your husband? Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, good. Your husband in Second Life is not your husband in real life, but it's another avatar.
My husband in Second Life is not my real life husband.
Okay, excellent.
But we do have a very close relationship.
So how does one date in if I wanted to date somebody, how does one go about finding somebody to date in this virtual world?
You would usually go to some place like a dance place. And you would go to live music sessions, and you would right-click on the person's name and look at their profile. See if they have anything in there that entertains you or you think they're smart or witty. And then you would IM them and ask them to dance. And you start your conversation, and it's pretty much like any other real life thing.
Huh. Now, during the dating area, in Second Life, when you say it's pretty much like real life, anything you can do in real life, you can do in Second Life, such as make love?
Yes, they have all sorts of different pose balls.
Huh.
We have all sorts of different styles of dances and ways to be intimate.
So then you have a car, I suppose, or a limousine, or some mode of transportation besides teleporting?
Let's see. I gave Yassel a yacht and an airplane. I have a motorcycle that I'm fond of and a horse.
Oh. Wow. You know, can I borrow your airplane for a while? I want to take my wife on a vacation.
She can go around here, and this is a vacation. If you're immersive enough, this is totally a different world.
So now,
my SL husband is a 24/7 caregiver for his wife with multiple sclerosis. And his son suggested Second Life as a way to get away without ever leaving calling distance from his wife.
wow. So now, this is your office, so I assume your avatar or your person lives somewhere. And you have a house?
I have a castle and a Oriental skybox as well.
A castle?
Plus I have Cafe Bumbles.
Oh, so you own a business and you have a castle is a little bigger than a mansion. You're living good life here.
Yeah, it's a very nice life. I get almost everything I want paid for because of what I do in here.
Wow.
And it's not taxable because I haven't taken it out.
Wow. So you're living here tax-free with a beautiful office and a big castle for a house, and you're married. Now, are there children generated from this? Does this world have children? A family?
Yes, you can have children here.
Wow.
They have a thing called trimmed babies, which are just pretend babies, but they have chat dialogues that they do. And then they have those who act as child avatars.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, Pam, can I look at your underground land around your office to show our audience where exactly you are?
Look at my underground.
Yes. I think underwater.
Show them the map.
I think it's underwater, right? Your office in your
Right.
underwater. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Let me stand up here. Okay, and turn around.
And see, let me open the curtains here. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's follow her out the door. If I can find her.
Walk forward.
Yeah.
Click on me, your camera will follow me.
Whoop. Can you say that again?
If you click on me, your camera will then follow me.
Oh, okay.
Now you wanted to see about pose balls?
Yes. Maybe we can dance.
While we're here, why don't we just click on these at-home balls?
Okay.
Sit on the pink one, and you sit on the blue one.
Okay, let's see.
Right-click and sit.
There we go. Whoops. It didn't. Let's do right-click and sit here. Voila. Aha.
And see, and there goes a nice little cuddle. And we move together.
Ta-da! Wow. That's amazing. So your this is still inside your office. So these prims, these little balls help you like cuddle or get affectionate. No, because
you want to sit with somebody and you know what the balls do, and you get on them, and then that gives you a different pose for each one.
okay, so this is the prettiest avatar I've ever sat with. This is my first sitting with an avatar. Well, you're not, or I don't know. I guess this little cartoon animation is really a live representation of you. You're here live, or is this like pre-recorded?
No, I am talking to you really from Washington State.
Wow.
Behind my keyboard, and I am communicating you real time.
So all this interaction is actually real time, and because I know there are people out there that don't know anything about Second Life. Second Life is what? Can you explain that to us?
It's a virtual world social networking and a place where you can have experiential things happen to you here that's just as valid to your mental world as it is if you were having it in real. If you wanted to go skydiving, we could go skydiving and feel skydiving. You want to sit on a swing or have a picnic, we go through that. We can do the same thing. But we don't have to worry about weather. We don't have to worry about whether the car has gas, whether our shoe letters are working, whether everything fits, or whether anything will fall out if I wear a little skimpy outfit. Everything stays put. And so what you decide to do is only what you decide to do, not a thing more can happen. If I didn't particularly enjoy sitting here with you, I'd simply hit a button and stand up. And that ends the interaction. So I have complete control over if I want to continue any particular. I always say, pose balls, you have at least a 3-second rule, kind of like when things fall on the floor.
Okay.
You see what it is, and then you decide whether you wish to actually engage in that behavior. And then down here, we're underwater. And you can see that there are pose balls here as well that give you different types of dances. So if I want to dance with BabaLogic, and I say I would like to dance on the ballroom, I would right-click on the ballroom dancing, and then if he agrees, then he would right-click on the blue one, and then lo and behold, without any lessons whatsoever, he will eventually start dancing with me very well and lifting me up and swinging me around, and we can be on Dances with Stars.
Hey, and I'm not
However,
even.
If I decided that I wanted something a little less formal and more intimate, I would stand up and I would walk over to a different set of pose balls that had something to do with something a little slower. Maybe the music was slower, or I really wanted to cuddle with somebody. And then I would use the pose ball for a version C dance. That's what it is. Hopefully the shark won't eat it. And BabaLogic would have to hit the stand-up button so he can get off the pose while he's on.
Aha.
And you'd have to walk over to the pose ball that I'm currently standing on. And if this was a romantic connection, this was what I usually have someone who I like when I'm all wound up take me on a version 3 dance. So we talk a little and kind of before I go to sleep, and it helps me relax. So this is where most people within Second Life will fall in love on this pose ball.
Huh.
This methodology of dancing. So right click and sit. Make sure your wife is sitting there so that there is nothing, everything's above board.
Right click and let me see. Okay, so I've got, whoops, right click, and then it says use. Voila.
And there we are. Now if you watch very carefully, you can see that not only is this a nice slow dance before you talk, but, you know, there is some components where there's not a lot of gentle touching and holding and cuddling. And that becomes a catalyst for a lot of people to share their feelings because there is an intimacy that you can feel when you have fallen into an immersive status. So we're under the water, and we're dancing, you turn on the music, and you have a wonderful environment, which is much better than any chat room, because you are choosing whether you wish to participate in a cuddling position, or whether you want to go dancing, or whether you would prefer to just right-click and sit on the shark. Woo! And go riding up in the shark. And I can ride the shark around on the water. Or you can ride the shark, the turtle, or the pufferfish, and whatever it is you want to do is your determination. So not only do you have vocal communication, but you have, you know, your choices as to how to participate within the virtual world, very much like any real life world thing.
Wow.
So this is the dance floor area. There's other pose balls. I have this recreation in the water. And we have, this is the discussion group area where we have group facilitated discussion where we can all sit down and talk to people all around the world in both voice and vocal chat. And hear different opinions as to how people's perspective is on a particular topic. And there's the temple, so it feels very, very underwater relaxing type of thing. Also, I use this as a place to set up some of my lectures. And these are PowerPoint slides that I brought in from outside. About exactly things that you would use a virtual environment. I help teach educators how to take the classes in virtual and to make use of the experiential feeling in virtual. You don't have to use your gals. You don't have to spend an hour in transportation, and you can still and so much more engaging than is just looking at a flat TV screen thing. But it's on the top. Because my ADD students actually will ride the turtle and the pufferfish and stuff, and that in essence enables them to keep their focus on what's being said. So they actually can learn faster and better having all these distractions around them, because they can stay seated in a chair where they wouldn't have been able to stay seated in the chair before.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for showing me all of this. I'm going to share this with my audience, and then hopefully I'll get some comments. Who knows? But thank you very much for all your time.